Yeah, so I think we're live. Just give me a minute. Yeah, so we already are live, but I'm not able to here. Yeah, hi everyone. So we are here with SIIB. Today we have Ashi, Vineet, and Prabhag, who will be conducting the session on behalf of SIIB, and they'll be giving information regarding the same. So I welcome them and hand over the whole presentation to them. Yeah, you can start.
Thank you so much. So good evening, everyone. We are from the PR and Media Committee at SIIB, and we are thrilled and excited to interact with all of you today as a part of our flagship event, Crack It with SIIB. So as we all know that SNAP is around the corner, so we decided that we wanted to interact with the aspirants and let them know about our college and how to prepare for SNAP and what we did to crack the exam. So I would request Prabhag to let them envision what their life would be like at SIIB. So we have a very small video for you. So Prabhag, if you would share the screen.
Sure, just give me a minute. I hope it is visible. My screen is visible. Can anyone confirm? Ashi, can you confirm if my screen is visible to you all?
Yes, your screen is visible, Prab.
Okay, I'll start the video now.
Prab, the audio is not coming. It is still not audible.
The audio is not like you guys can't hear it at all, or is it low?
No, we can't hear it at all.
I have tried doing that. Like the audio is
Fine. So I'm not sure what exactly the problem is. Just let me have a look.
At SIIB, we begin our day with mindful breathing. Strengthen the link between the conscious, the unconscious, and the subconscious between body and mind. For what happens in the next 15 hours, wait, you might as well see it yourself.
At SIIB, you don't do fashion, you are fashion. And as they say, you can have anything you want if you dress for it.
You have already felt good. You look good. It's time to eat good. This is SIIB mess, and the food here is pretty much sorted.
SIB offers an MBA in International Business, Agri-Business and Energy and Environment. And it's not just about what's being taught. It's about the strong narrative that is built around each and every subject for the student to retain and apply in real-life scenarios.
Teachers speak the leader language and not the authoritarian one. They're expressive and open to new ideas. Pretty friendly and really cool.
Hey, you! Out of the class, right now.
Well, not all the time.
What we read is simple information. Here at SIIB, we analyze that information, use that knowledge to solve real-time case studies. And no, we don't just stop there. We assign mentors to write down research papers and get them published.
From debating ideas to crunching numbers, everything happens in this very lab. The Bloomberg Terminal, the epitome for research, both qualitative and quantitative.
If you brief financials of various companies or invest in markets yourself or dream about managing portfolios in future, then the Bloomberg Terminal at SIIB is going to be your go-to place for the next 2 years.
Once someone asked Warren Buffett, "How have you done so well?" To which he replied, "Because I love the way my books used to smell." What you read here is your portrait. It's a reflection of you. At SIIB, we have a collection of over 17,000 books, 40,000 e-journals and over 1 lakh e-books. For you think before you speak, read before you think. Lot of learning, right? How about some good munching?
Simbi Eats, because when the clouds here come floating in your life, all you need is a good cup of tea and Maggie. Does that make you worry about the calories?
And you don't have to, because if you can't take a punch, you play table tennis.
You don't just spin to win, but to build the right attitude and fortitude. And if not this,
Or this.
That or what?
Keeping yourself hydrated and full of minerals is imperative with this busy schedule. And SIIB does that with this wonderful refreshment center. So let the minerals dive in you before the final dive. Where?
With red oceans everywhere, it feels good to dive into a blue one. It feels good to listen to your heart throbbing. It feels good to recharge your body. Recharge for what?
For the night-long discussions on case studies, research papers, presentations, events and committee meetings. Or maybe for
the love of sports and for India and for City. And yeah, for United and Chelsea too. And oh, love reminded me of...
Meet them, Lira and Dinar. You play with them, you love them. And the way they love you back, you feel so light. You feel you are ready for tomorrow.
And as they say, the trick is to combine your waking rational abilities with the infinite possibility of your dreams. Because if you can do that, you can do everything.
So we hope you enjoyed the video. So this was a little video of our life at SIIB. So I can see that in the comment section, a lot of you have lots of questions. So we would be happy to answer them once we're done with the presentation. So with the presentation, we will try and answer most of your questions, and then we will take up more. You can ask the questions in the comment section. So may I request Prabrag now to start with the presentation. Can you move on to the next slide, Prabrag? Okay. So the Symbiosis Institute of International Business was founded in 1992 as the Symbiosis Institute of Foreign Trade, which is SIFT. And as the global business world expanded tremendously, the founders felt the need to rename the institute to its current name, which is Symbiosis Institute of International Business, in 2001. And 3 years later, SIIB realized a need to expand into the agri sector as well. So MBA in Agri-Business was introduced to make the students industry ready. In 2009, the latest offering at SIIB, which is MBA in Energy and Environment, was introduced to build a crucial link between technology, business, and sustainable development. In 2010, SIIB shifted its campus to its current location, which is in Hinjwadi, Pune. And 2017 marks SIIB's Silver Jubilee, and it continues to push towards greater heights. Next slide, please, Prabha. Okay, so as you can see, this is the timeline. And next slide. So now talking about the programs that are offered at SIIB. So number one is the MBA in International Business. So this is our flagship program. It is a 2-year residential postgraduate degree program, which prepares students for a rewarding career in global business management. This program is a unique combination of the theories and practices that prepare students for both domestic and international markets. Coming to MBA in Agri-Business. So agriculture has been regarded as a sector in India with enormous potential for a long time. MBA in Agri-Business makes an opportunity in response to growing demand for agricultural professionals who can contribute to and engineer the agri-business revolution. So in fact, SIIB is regarded as one of the top agri-business schools in India. Now coming to energy and environment. So this is, again, a niche program at SIIB. It enables students to gain deeper insights in the sector of sustainable development and have a holistic knowledge of both the professional as well as the technical aspects of energy, environment, and climate change. Its multiple possibilities make the students more equipped for the future. Next slide, please. Okay, so now talking about some of the our specializations. So number one is marketing, then we have finance, then there is supply chain management, and then there is human resource. So these are the 4 specializations of the international business course. So in marketing, students learn about consumer behavior, brand management, pricing, digital marketing. In finance, they learn about corporate valuation, forex wealth management, fixed income asset. For supply chain, there is modeling and design, production planning and control, and so on. And for human resource management, the students learn about organizational development, talent management, HR analytics, and so on. Coming to the next slide. So now talking about the courses that are offered in the agri-business and energy and environment business. So for agri-business, the students learn about agri-input marketing, rural management, cold chain supply, business analytics, and for energy and environment, they learn about energy audits, renewable and non-renewable energy. And as you can see in the slides, there are many more. Next slide, please. So now talking about the academic collaborations of SIIB. So SIIB has numerous academic collaborations with various universities around the globe. You can see them on the screen. There are several internationally recognized universities, and our students, they time and again every year, they go to these universities as a part of their student exchange program. And similarly, students from these universities, they also come to our college. So in the month of August, we had 6 students from Leeds Beckett University, London. So they came to the college, they attended lectures here, interacted with us. So all in all, it was a very insightful time for all of us as well, as it was for them. And 3 of our students went to different universities around the globe, in Israel, in Germany, and then in Paris. So these are the academic collaborations, and these are the opportunities that one would have if they become a part of SIIB. Coming to the next slide. So now talking about the industry collaborations at SIIB. So as you can see on the screen, we have collaborated with several industries like SAP University Alliances, KPMG, Marketplace Simulations. So SPSS IBM is also one. So it is a statistical software suite development by IBM for data management, advanced analytics, multivariate analysis, and so on. We also have collaborations with Six Sigma, which is offered by KPMG. So as you can see that you will have numerous opportunities to stand out from the rest of the world, from the rest of the MBA graduates, because these are the courses that we have. These are the collaborations that we have, and you can take full advantage of these collaborations. Coming to the next slide. So now talking about the infrastructure of SIIB. So we have state-of-the-art Wi-Fi enabled campus. Then there is a Bloomberg terminal. So if you are into finance and if you're into numbers, this will be your go-to place for 2 years that you spend here. Because Bloomberg terminal, it helps you with real-time data and unparalleled news and research, powerful analytics, communication tools. So this will be your go-to place, I can assure you. We also have a very well-equipped computer lab. Then there is a very comprehensive knowledge center. We have amenities like swimming pool, gymnasium, and auditorium. Then there is a large collection of books, both hard copy and e-books. Then there are journals, magazines in the library. So there is abundant material for you to study from. And then we have well-maintained indoor and outdoor sports arena as well. Coming to the next slide. So as you can see on the screen, these are the different committees of SIIB. We have corporate relations team, alumni relations team, then there is public relations and media team, which from which we belong to, Vinita and I. So there are different committees and there are clubs also. So as you can see in the slide, these are the committees of SIIB. And coming to the next slide now. So these are the club activities. So we have different clubs from all 6 specializations here. So then there is Finanza, Arohan, there is Drishyam club. So we have different clubs for finance, marketing, for HR, for SCM. So these are the different clubs, as you can see in the picture. And these are the activities that were organized time and again by these clubs. So it's a very fruitful experience to be a part of these clubs and committees. Coming to the next slide. Okay, so now talking about some big concepts. So the unique offerings of SIIB are reflected in the big concepts that are inculcated in SIIB's educational culture. As a bridge between our faculty and students, SIIB provides a mentorship program where a group of mentees, which are the students, are assigned to each mentor, which is the faculty for guidance. So that faculty would give you insights about college. You would get to know about academics. They will help you with academics, extracurriculars, whatever help you want. That is the mentor-mentee program that we have at SIIB. Then there are various live projects as well. So students do live projects here and it's a part of the curriculum. So you get to learn a lot while being on the field. Then there are lots of workshops and grooming process. Then the students have access to Coursera, so they can practice ample of courses and get certified in different courses. So Coursera is also readily available. Then there is Six Sigma certifications, and students are also given the opportunity, the platform of Swayam. So these are some of the big concepts. Moving to the next slide now. Okay, so as you can see on the slide, these are some of our renowned recruiters. So there is Accenture, there is Deloitte, there is Axis Bank, CRISIL, we have Asian Paints, then there is Infosys. So as you can see on the slides, these are some of our recruiters, not all, but some. Coming to the next slide now. Okay, so now talking about the facts and figures, so the placement scenario at SIIB. So for the international business course, the summer internship, the highest stipend stood at 1.2 lakhs, and the average was around 36,000 rupees. And for final placement, the highest package was 20.17 lakhs per annum, and average package was about 11.32 lakhs. Next slide. For the Agri-Business course, the highest stipend for summer internship was 80,000 rupees, and average stipend was around 34,600. For the final placement, the highest package was 16.80 lakhs, and average package stood at 10.37 lakhs per annum. Next slide. So now coming to the energy and environment course. So the highest stipend for summer internship stood at 1.2 lakhs, and the average being 35,500. For final placements, the highest package stood at 15.42 lakhs, and average stood at 10.16 lakhs per annum. Next slide, please. So these are the various clubs of SIIB. I mentioned about the clubs even before. So in detail, if I have to explain, then there is FinEquity, which is the finance club of SIIB. So these clubs organize events every week in the college. So this builds up your financial knowledge and your domain knowledge in general. There is Market Diction. This is the marketing club of SIIB. Then there is ENECon, there is Agri Summit, there is IgniSense, Arohan, the Richmond and Co Club. So these are different clubs of SIIB. And once you are a part of MBA college, then participating in activities makes the difference. So these are the clubs that you can actually be a part of and have a good time here and learn by being a part of these clubs and committees. Next slide, please. So now these are some of our eminent alumni, as you can see on the slide. There is Mr. Akshay Gujral. He is Chief Sales Steering, Distribution and Business Development of ArcelorMittal. Then there is Ms. Tanya Sharma. She is MD at Accenture, Canada. And as you can read for yourself, that our alumni record is exceptional, and we have strong connections with our alumni. And yeah, so these are some of our eminent alumni. Coming to the next slide. So now I am pretty sure that most of you actually know about the SNAP exam pattern, but to just give you a glimpse of the new exam pattern, I would just thoroughly go with it. So there are 3 sections, as we all know. It is General English, which comprises of reading comprehension, verbal reasoning, and verbal ability. Then there is analytical and logical reasoning. And then there is quantitative data interpretation and data sufficiency section. So for General English, there are 15 questions. For logical reasoning, there are 25 questions. And for quantitative, there are 20 questions. So all in all, you have 60 questions and you have 60 minutes to answer those questions. So it's a time-based exam. So the more number of questions that you attempt correctly will make the difference. And marks per correct answer is 1, and marks per incorrect answer. So 0.25 is the deduction. So this was an overview of the SNAP exam pattern. And this time you can actually go for 3 attempts. Till last year it was 2 attempts. You could go for 2 attempts out of 3, and your best attempt would be chosen. But this year you can attempt all the 3 attempts, and your best score would be considered for the final evaluation. Coming to the next slide now. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for listening so patiently. And it was an absolutely, you are an absolutely delightful and patient audience. For any queries which may arise in the future, you can reach out to us on our Telegram group, the barcode for which has been shared on the screen. So you can ask us about tips and tricks and any queries that you have about SIIB. So now the floor is open for question and answers. So we would be addressing your questions that you have placed in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening to me.
So hi everyone, a very good evening, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the session till now. The Life at SIIB video, the presentation, I hope everything was at the pace that you wanted, in a way that you wanted.
Vineet, so they have asked a lot of questions on the comment section.
Yeah, I can see that there are a lot of questions that they have asked.
So we can just address them one by one then. And guys, if you have any questions, then please feel to put them in the comment section so that we can answer as many questions as possible in the given time frame. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Hi Akash. Hi Vinayak. Hi Aditya. Hi Hiya. Hi Aditi. Welcome you all. And I will be addressing the questions. Need previous year SNAP cutoff for SIB, MSc, MHRD, and SIIB in terms of marks. So basically, last year the marks that were allotted to SIIB was nearly about 43, 44 on 60. The percentile was much subjective regarding regarding the level of the examination, regarding the level of paper. And SIU as a university do not disclose cutoff because the cutoff is decided every year depending upon the difficulty level of the paper. But the last year SIB's cutoff was nearly more than 85, 86 percentile, through which we got admission into SIIB. And for this year cutoff, we cannot comment upon anything because it depends upon the difficulty level of the paper.
So Rishabh Manuja has asked, any negative marking for skipping questions? So no, there are no negative marking for skipping questions, but if you attempt the question wrongly, then 0.25 marks will be deducted from your final score. So I would suggest you to not go for flukes, but you can definitely skip the questions if you do not know an answer to it. There is no negative marking for skipping the questions.
Okay, so one person has asked, I want to do MBA in Agri-Business. How much percentile is required to take admission? So guys, as I have mentioned earlier as well, the percentile is changes every year. So for the last year, the percentile was around for Agri-Business 70 to 75, but primarily depends upon the difficulty level of the paper. So percentile we have no idea about, but yes, a score more than 35 can easily get you admission in MBA in Agri-Business.
Robin Matthews is asking, the SNAP form is the only form to fill, right? So Robin, you have to fill the SNAP form, that you have to register for the exam, and then individually also have to register for each institution that you want to apply for. So you have to first register on the SNAP website, and then you also have to go for the individually for the colleges as well, the colleges that you are targeting.
Okay. So the next question that we are taking by Rishabh Manuja, any negative marking for skipping questions? No, there is no negative marking for skipping questions. If you attempt a question and the answer turns out to be wrong, then only it is of a negative marking. Otherwise, there is no negative marking for skipping any question. Question by Mahesh Joshi. Which Symbiosis college is best for MBA in finance? So as we have mentioned in our presentation that we have a Bloomberg terminal at our college, we have various experts teaching finance and related subjects at SIIB. So if you ask me, I would personally recommend that if you are getting SIB in Pune, then for sure it is good. But if not, then SIIB is the second best option to opt for MBA in finance.
So Somdata is asking, what about the SNAP exam pattern? In the quant section, which topics are most likely to come in the exam? So SNAP is an exam, it's a very holistic exam. So there are questions from each and every topic, as far as I can remember from my experience. But the main topics are numbers, percentages, simple interest, compound interest, time and work, time and distance, averages. So these are, mensuration is also one of those. So these are some of the topics that are frequently asked in the examination. But if you are well prepared for CAT exam, I think the level of difficulty for the SNAP exam is much on the I would say moderate to difficult. So if you're well prepared for CAT, then SNAP would be very easy for you. And the topics, the course is similar as CAT, but just the level of difficulty varies. So these are some of the topics that are frequently asked. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Adding on to your point, Ashi, in SNAP exam, you can also expect questions from clocks and calendars, which is specifically asked. So every year, so you can prepare these topics as well. Okay, thank you.
Sure. The next question I would like to take by Robin. The SNAP form is the only form to fill, right? Or is there a separate form from individual colleges?
Vineet, I've already answered the question.
Oh, he has asked the multiple times, I believe. Okay. Here, the college you have to select like during you are filling the form, and the marks you can predict by the number of mocks or the mocks that you have been attempted to.
Ayush Mishra is asking, do previous academics matter in the interview? So Ayush, there is a shortlisting criteria. Definitely, there is an eligibility criteria. So if you're able to, if you're eligible for the program, then I don't think that your academics matter that much. It's more about your personality and what you're doing with your life currently. So yes, I hope I was able to answer your question. But yes, you need to first be eligible for the program. So the eligibility criteria is given on our website as well, and even on the SNAP website. So you can actually go and check if you're eligible. But academics don't matter as such. I mean, they do matter, but that is not the only factor that is being considered when you're interviewed and once you're selected. So I know a lot of people who do not have strong academic backgrounds, but they're doing very well here. And yeah, it doesn't really matter that much, but it does matter to be eligible. And yes.
So the next question that I can see on my screen asked by Shrikant, like, how was your personal interview? So talking about my personal interview experience, it was revolving around my past experiences, my internships, my undergrad course, my curriculum, my academics till 10th, 12th, and what I have studied in my graduation. I'm a BCom honors graduate from University of Delhi. So there were few subject questions regarding my subjects of accounts, business studies, marketing, economics. After that, my interview was primarily based on the GK and the current affairs which were going on at that time during during the phase. So when I gave the interview, the Russia-Ukraine issue was revolving around. So there were many questions that boosted upon Russia-Ukraine. So with this, I can give an idea that during your personal interview, or when you are going for an personal interview for any college, not even for SIIB, for any college, just read whatever is happening around you, whatever is happening around the world, because there will be many questions that will be asked upon that topic. Also, I would suggest you, being a management aspirant and being a MBA aspirant, you should know which issue is affecting the economy in what ways, like how Russia Ukraine was affecting the business and the trade. That was the most common question asked during the personal interviews for any colleges. And all in all, it was kind of a situational as well as a few questions on my hobbies and skills. And that's all. Yeah, that sums up my interview experience. And it was pretty much not so grilling. It was pretty much normal and full of learning type experience. So no such fear from PIs and anything. It will go, if you know about like your academics and what you have done till now, it will go easily.
Thank you, Vineet. That was a very good answer. So Harsh Shukla is asking, is SMHRD and SIIB campus at the same place? Yes, Harsh, it is. We share a campus. So our hostels are together, and we share the campus with SMHRD and SCIT. So there is also an advantage because you get to network with people from these colleges as well. We have a location advantage, and then our college is situated in the IT park of Pune. So that is an added advantage as well. Does nationals, Avdi is asking, does nationals in any field will make a difference in admission process? So yes, definitely if you have played or played any or sorry, am I audible?
Yes,
yeah, so if
Ashi,
you
you're
have so if you've done any nationals, then it is definitely advantageous because you stand out of the rest of the group. So that is definitely an advantage. Is freelancing more confident? Shrikant is asking, Ashi, how was your interview? So my interview was also very good. It was very well, I would say. I am a fresher, so it started with my CV, and it was mainly revolving around my educational background and what I like to do, what are my hobbies. Then there were also questions on current affairs, like because I was planning on doing my MBA in finance. So a lot of finance related questions as well, like the GDP of India, the basic questions at first, and like how much GST has been collected. So these were some of the questions that were asked. So if you have made up your mind on any specialization, on going for any specific specialization that you're mentioning in your PI, then I would suggest that you actually go and read about it, because you might be questioned on that. And also, while I was giving my interview, I also mentioned about my future plans. So they asked me a lot of questions on that particular plan of mine as well. So that was also something that is to be kept in mind. So whatever way you want the interview to go, it all depends upon what kind of answers you're giving. So if I'm talking about my future plans, the interview will revolve around that. So it was all in all like that, and it was I think about 15 to 20 minutes long interview. So I hope I was able to answer your question, Shrikant. Nikhil is asking, unlike NMIMS, the best out of 3 attempts is considered for all semesters colleges, right? Yes, so this year for SNAP, when you get the scorecard, right? So if you've attempted all the 3 attempts, then you will get all the 3 scores and the best score. And your percentile will be decided on the basis of that score. So last year, there were 2 attempts. I went for 1, but there were people who went for 2 attempts as well. So the best of 2 attempts was considered. So it is just a matter of chances. So if you go for 1 attempt and didn't go that well, then you have another attempt, and then you have another attempt on top of that. So yeah, best of those 3 attempts would be considered this year.
The next question is asked by Disha. How many SNAP mocks did you appear for? So there were n number of mocks that we appeared for by our own coaching institute, by SIU itself. There was one mock by SIIB itself, which this year we will also be conducting for the upcoming batch students. So around more than 20 mocks, I believe, I appeared for the SNAP mock before appearing for the actual SNAP. What about you, Ashi?
So similarly, I also attempted a lot of mocks. I think I was done with my preparations in the month of September or October. And then because the CAT exam was also around the corner, so we mostly were done with the preparations, and then all we have to do is go for as many mocks as possible. So there are a lot of free mocks also available on online, and then there are paid mocks as well. So I went for like a lot of mocks. I don't even remember the number, but the more you practice in these time-based exams and the speed-based exams, the better you get. So just attempt a mock, analyze your mistakes, and then work on them. So that's what I did. So I took a lot of mocks. I think about 10 to 15 SNAP specific mocks, and then other exams as well. So that was my.
That's a great number, Ash.
So Charvi is asking, I'm from science background, so would I face difficulty in interview since they ask commerce related questions? So no, Charvi, they don't ask commerce related questions as such. So if you're an engineer, they would ask you questions about engineering. And even if they ask you questions about commerce background and you're not aware of the answer, then you can simply say that you don't know. But the interview does not revolve around commerce related or business related. It's a very holistic kind of an interview. So whatever domain that you have specialized in, you would mostly be asked about the same and not about anything and everything. So it depends upon you where you want to take the interview to go. So be careful while answering. So if you, for example, if you mention India's GDP in your one of your answers, then you would be asked for the same. So be careful, make sure that you speak the right words. And the interview, you can always play with the interview. So that is not a problem if you're an engineer, not at all. We have lots of engineers here who do not know a lot about
No,
computer.
absolutely.
So
We
it's not
have.
a problem.
So Vinayak is asking, I'm an engineer. Can I get admission in Agri MBA? Because right now I'm in Agri-Business. Yes, for sure, you can get admission in MBA in Agri-Business. There is no such prerequisite or any specification that is required to get admission in MBA in Agri-Business. So if you're an engineer or a commerce graduate or even a humanities graduate, you are eligible to apply for MBA in Agri-Business course. Also, the question asked by Himanshu, students exchange program, is this compulsory? No, it is not compulsory, Himanshu. You do have an option. If you want to go for it, you have to apply for it separately. And if you don't want to, then it is not a mandatory thing to appear for.
So Sneha Prabhu is asking, English is compulsory for interview. So Sneha, the primary mode of communication in interviews, MBA interviews in general, is English. So the language is English, but I would not say it is compulsory as such. But if you, you need to be comfortable with the language because there is a whole section which is dedicated to English. So you can always prepare, and I would say it is compulsory because most of the interviews go in English.
So we have an option of semester exchange asked by Vinayak. Yes, you do have an option of semester exchange. It is not a mandatory thing. If you want to go for it, you can apply for it separately. There is a separate procedure that you need to follow for this semester exchange in the annual exchange program. So if you are willing, you can apply. There's a certain period of time in which you have to apply, which college notifies during the academic period. So you can proceed the following things accordingly. As asked by Aditya, multiple number of times, ideal number of SNAP mocks. So if you ask me, the ideal number is do as many as you can. There is no such ideal number, but for you, I can quote, 15 to 20 mocks are the ideal number of SNAP mocks that you can, that you can appear for. As it is September, the first exam is scheduled in December. You have a sufficient amount of time. 15 to 20 mocks are the easy option to go for.
So Vinayak Sharma is asking, we have an option of semester exchange. Yes, Vinayak, we do have a semester exchange program at SIIB. And two of our students, they actually went for the semester exam semester exchange program last year. One went to Paris and the other went to Israel. So yes, to answer your question, yes, we do have semester exchange program.
So Ritik is asking how you prepared for the SNAP specific quants. So basically, SNAP specific quants is a game of time and a game of calculation, because the question that come in quantitative section of the SNAP paper, particularly, the questions are not that difficult when you compare them to CAT or ZAT or any other competitive exam. But the question requires calculation, and the calculations are pretty much intensive with the less time that you have. So it is not about understanding the question. You will easily understand in the time you appear for the SNAP, but it's about solving them within a right time. So for the quant section, what you can focus upon is profit and loss, data analysis, solving patterns, and basically The profit loss questions comes in a major way. The data analysis questions comes in a major way. The data interpretation question. The data interpretation is of an easy level as compared to CAT, but yes, it requires a lot of calculation. So I would suggest to have a good command over your calculations while appearing for mocks. And also I would suggest do not use calculator while appearing for mocks, because when you use calculator at your home, it just lower your speed during the calculation in the actual paper. So just give every mock like it's an actual paper for you, because it will increase your calculation habit and speed.
I mean, a lot of questions are coming in. We're sorry if we miss any question, but you can actually go and keep on asking so that we actually, it's actually visible on our screen. So Anurag is asking ideal number of question attempt in SNAP. So it depends on the level of difficulty of the paper, honestly. So the last year, I remember going for the first attempt of SNAP, and the paper ended up to be slightly difficult than last year. So I did not go for, the regular attempts that I have. So I think I attempted around 54, and I ended up getting 95 percentile. So yes, so accuracy is also very important. So it depends on the level of difficulty. So if you find out the paper to be difficult, then you should not go for flukes. So you can go for calculated risks, and you can calculated attempts, but not just blindly just clicking on the screen. So that would actually affect your scores. But if you have a hint, at least a hint of the question, and if you can make out that this could be the answer, then I mean, one or two you can go for that, but not the entire paper. So ideal number of questions truly depends on the level of difficulty of the paper.
Question asked by Walter White: do we have calculator in SNAP exam? No, we do not have a calculator in SNAP exam. Nor the physical calculator is allowed, nor a virtual calculator is available. So that is why I was mentioning in my earlier answer, I do work on your calculations, and do not use calculator while appearing for mocks also, because it will help you to increase the speed of solving the questions and calculating.
Ritik is asking, SIIB consider any past academic records? So yes, Ritik, we do consider past academic records. I think every college does, because you have to be at least eligible to sit in the exam and the interview GPI VAT process. So for that reason, academic records are considered. So that is just to be eligible for the program. So it's, you can check the eligibility on our website. So to answer your question, yes, we do consider academics. Aditya is asking, how is the campus? So here it's a 2-year residential program. So I am having a very amazing, it's a good time here. The campus is, we share the campus with SCMHRD and SCIT, so it's always filled with people, and we're always having a good time. And so our hostel and the college, there is a distance of about 300 meters. So you have to actually go and walk to the college. But all in all, the life here is pretty good. It's pretty sorted. And if you want to know about the infrastructure more, you can go to our website. There is everything mentioned there. And you can also, we started this live session with one of our videos, the Life at SIIB. So you can actually go and watch it. We will share with you the link so that you can go and watch and visualize what your life would be here. Akshit is asking, is any preference given to WorkX? So no preference, there's no criteria of work experience. We have freshers and we have work experience people. So it doesn't really matter. No preference is given as such, but if you have a WorkX, then you have a lot to talk about in your interview. If, your interview revolves around that. So if you're able to impress the interviewee with that, it's good for you then. So Vanshika is asking, could you please share insights regarding the specialization? Do we get to choose, or is there any criteria to be fulfilled to choose a specialization of my choice for core MBA program? So no, there is no criteria as such to be fulfilled. So whatever course that you actually want to go for and whatever specialization that you want to go for, you can freely go for it. There are mentors here. The teachers will always support you, and we have our seniors with us. So there is no criteria as such. But if you still do not have a lot of knowledge about all the specializations, then you can actually go and read about it for now. And once you come here, we will always be there for you to actually help you with the process. So I know a lot of people who were very confused with what specialization that they want to get go into, but with time they actually realize their interests, and now they have made up their minds. So there is no criteria to be fulfilled, and there is no eligibility as such for that.
So, question asked by Harsh: are internships really helpful while we sit for SIIB interviews? See, internship basically gives interviewer a edge about, basically gives you insight about your personality and about you to an interviewer, and in which specialization you must be interested in when you join the course at SIIB. So basically that internship primarily tells about you, describes you apart from academics. Because see, the course that you have done or the course that you must be doing while giving the interview will only describe what you are doing, what are your subjects. But internships is a way to tell about what you are interested into. So I would not say that if you do not have any internship, will be some problem during PIs or getting admissions. No, there will be no problem regarding this. But yes, SIPs usually helps interviewer to understand you in a better way, that in which field you are interested in which department you were interested in, and that's the role of SIP, like summer internships during the PIs of any college or particularly SIIP.
Himanshu is asking, tell me your score, Ashi. So, I mean, as far as I can remember, I think it was around 38 or 39 out of 60, which landed up me with 95 percentile. Aniket is asking, which SNAP mocks should I give? So there are plenty of mocks available. I know it can be very confusing. So I think I went with Patrick Sir's mocks. Then I also went with a couple of free mocks available, because why not? Then there were time mocks and IMS. So these were like some of the mocks that I went for. Sohail is asking, do we get to choose finance as specialization apart from the core IB program? So Sohail, to explain this to you, to give you clarity on this. So our course is called MBA in International Business. So actually the curriculum revolves around international business. So you learn export, import. So every course, every subject is the curriculum is made by keeping in mind the international aspect of business. So that is not a specialization as such. The course, the curriculum is designed in that way. But in MBA in International Business, you get to choose your specialization. So there are 4 specializations for now. So there is finance, there is marketing, there is supply chain management, and then there is HRM, which is human resource management. So you can choose from any of these 4 specializations. These asking, how much is the study hours in SIIB? 6 hours, 8 hours or so. So I mean, it depends on you again. So if you're part of committees and clubs, then you don't sleep much. We don't get a lot of sleep. And right now, placement season is also going on. So there are companies coming. So we also have to sit in interviews. Then we have to do our committee work. And then we also have to study because our exams are also coming. So MBA life is full of this rigor, but it is all worth it once you actually see a change in yourself with time. So you don't get to sleep a lot. And honestly, I mean, I don't even want to sleep that much, because you miss out on a lot of things when you sleep too much. So 6 hours, I think, would be a lot. 5 hours would do. So you can sleep for 5 hours. That is, yeah. Harsh is asking, how do we crack GDs? What should be the approach? So personally for me, I mean, I'm not indicating anything, but I like to start first because I believe if I do not know a lot about the topic that has been asked in the GD, then I would have some mediocre points to it. So I would actually go on try and start first so that my points are put first. And then, with time, you actually listen to people and then you start thinking of, yes, that could be another point, and then you keep on adding. So that's what I do. But to prepare yourself for GDs, I think you should read a lot, mostly about current affairs, because current affairs, stats, some of the data related to India and world, and the economy in general, because anything can come to you, and if you are speaking with facts and figures, it looks attractive to the panelists. So that is my, I think, to know more about it, I think we will conduct one of the sessions. But GDs, just read a lot and try and speak like out loud. That's what I did. Srikanth is asking, currently I'm getting around 30 marks. Any chance? Yes, there are high chances that you get selected. 30 is not less, because looking at the month right now, it's just 23rd September today. So you have lots of time to prepare, ample amount of time. And I mean, I would suggest you to actually go and attempt lots of mocks and look where you are going wrong, which topics you're not sure of, and that's how you improve. But 30 is a good score, so you can definitely aim for good colleges.
So, as question asked by Diksha Sharma. So the question asked by Diksha Sharma, that she's from the hotel management background, and will there be a problem during the PIs or like while admissions in MBA and international business? So no, Diksha, there will be no such problem while appearing for PIs, even irrespective of which industry you belong to, because there are many students in our batch even who have come from hotel industry management, like hotel industry portfolio and hotel management degree. So there will be no such problem. And doing MBA, maybe from whichever background you are, is not an issue during the interviews or even while doing the MBA, because there are many students who are coming from different backgrounds. Some are from interior designers, some are from engineers, and some are from this hotel management, some from economics background. So we all are here together to learn, to unlearn, and just to move forward and carry this MBA journey. So that will not be an issue.
Himanshi is asking, how can one prepare for SNAP alongside CAT? So Himanshi, I will tell you what I did. So if you're preparing for CAT, it's like a very difficult exam. So you're prepared for most of the topics by preparing for CAT. So what you have to do for SNAP is you have to actually go and try out easier questions. So the level of difficulty is low, on the lower side. So as compared to CAT. So definitely the topics are same. Like you have time and distance, you have time and work, clocks and calendars. Everything is there in the in the CAT exam. But for SNAP, the questions are more, the time is less, and the level of difficulty of questions is also on the lower side. So I mean, prepare all the topics and go for LOD 1 or 2 from whatever book you're preparing, and you're good to go. So Kajal is asking, I'm having some problems while registering for SNAP. Where could I ask for solution, ma'am? So Kajal, for this, we will not be able to help you out with that because we're not authorized to, but you can actually mail it to the SIU, which is the Massachusetts International University. You can mail them or you can call them. I think they would be more than happy to help you out with this. So try and calling on the helpline, which is there mentioned on the website, and your problem will be resolved. Anurag Sinha is asking, do previous acads matter while getting a call for GDPI? So there is just one eligibility criteria as such. You do not have to be exceptionally good at academics. Like, we're not asking for 90% above and above. So that is not the criteria. But if you have good knowledge, if you have good experience, if you're different and unique and you have your own identity, then it doesn't really matter that much. It does matter to some extent, but not it is not everything. So we do consider many other factors other than academics. Myron is asking, is SIIB having online lecture or offline? So we are extremely happy that we have offline lectures now. So it is a residential program. So the classes are offline, everything is offline now. So we're extremely glad, we're happy to be in the offline mode now.
So the next question that I can see on screen, how many SNAP attempts should be given? So from this year, you all can give 3 attempts and the best out of 1 attempt will be considered. So the ideal number of attempts can be 3. So if you're asking how many attempts an individual should give, so I would say you should try with all the 3 attempts, because whichever attempt gives you a best score, because every attempt and every question paper depends upon the level of difficulty that every attempt consists of. So if you can try, or if you have a chance to try your luck all the 3 times, so I would suggest you to just appear for the SNAP 3 times, because it's a point of your MBA journey. Like a 4 or 5 marks variation can genuinely decide which college you are going into. So without taking any risk or without taking any faults, you should attempt for all the 3 attempts, so that whatever is best for you, it comes your way.
Kirti Agarwal is asking, how many attempts of SNAP should be given? So Kirti, I do not want to influence you like that, but I think if you're pretty confident about your preparation, then even 1 attempt is good to go. And if you want to take your chances, then you can go for 2 or 3 attempts as well, so that you have the chances of being there in the race. Because anything can happen on the examination day, even if you're prepared. Things sometimes they don't work out the way you want them to be. So if you want to have another chance, then you can go for 2 or 3 attempts. But that's totally up to you. It's your call to make, not mine. So decide on that, think on that, look at your level of preparation and confidence both, and then you can decide. Anirudh is asking, what is the batch size? So Anirudh, for the international business course, there are 120 seats. For Agri-Business, there are 60. And for energy and environment, there are 30 seats. Why is Ashi smiling? Are these silly questions? So no, these are not at all silly questions, but in general, I like to smile. Somdata is asking, what are my chances to convert a seat if I don't have much extracurriculars in my CV? So Somdata, yes, I agree that today extracurriculars play an important role, but even if you don't have them, I know a lot of people who are not very extravagant like that, but they're good with whatever in their domain, they're good with whatever they know. So confidence is also one of the things. So you can always work on your profile. You can do certificate courses, and these are the points to be considered, but it doesn't really matter if you have lots of certificate, extracurriculars in your CV. There can be other things as well. Anjali is asking HR specialization available. Yes, Anjali, HR specialization is there at SIIB. It is under the international business course itself. So there are 4 specializations for IB, which is finance, marketing, SCM, and HRM.
So one is asking, is there bias against engineering males during admission? No, there is no such bias regarding this, and these biases are much limited to IIMs that I believe. But when you consider Symbiosis University as a whole, there are no such biases. So not an issue if you are willing to take admission into SIIB or any other colleges of Symbiosis fraternity. So what top companies come to SIIB for placements? So there are several companies which comes to SIIB placements. We have a separate page on our website as the corporate, known as corporate brochure, where we have listed the top number of recruiters and the prominent recruiters that visits our that visits our college. Few of them are Asian Paints, Accenture, EY, Deloitte, several banks, and several other marketing agencies that visits SIIB for all types of roles. And what are the important quant topics? As I have answered about the quant topics, as in the profit and loss answers, the clock time ratio, the basically primarily consists of the number system, the discount questions, profit loss questions, and the question related ratio proportions, the percentages. All these questions that involve around the numbers, the percentages, are primarily important for quants. Number of aspirants that must be giving SNAP exam this year. I believe that these number keeps on changing, but the last year, which I believe more than 60-70,000 people appear for SNAP as an exam, and so this is the number which keeps on changing around more or less. But yeah, it is genuinely more than 50 or 60,000. Do we need to select the colleges before exam? Yes, while filling the form or like entirely SNAP form, you have to click on the colleges option that you are willing to apply, and that is a time only. And there is a separate deadline for filling the college form, and there is a separate deadline for filling the SNAP form. So you need to have a quick check over every college's deadline, because every college have a different set of deadlines, and SNAP has a different deadline as a whole. So I would suggest to keep a check which college's deadline comes in your first or which college deadline comes in the last, and fill the form accordingly. So can we bring our own vehicle in the campus? No, own vehicles are not allowed at our campus. Even if you are from Pune and you are commuting, and if you can commute within the city, then yes, you can. But if you're coming outside the city boundary, then no vehicle is allowed. And will there be a tough paper during exam? Actually, we have not appeared for exams yet. We are still in the semester 1, but the paper will be depending upon the learnings in the classroom, the experiential learning, the subjects, the important concepts. So I don't think so it will be a difficult paper or a tough paper. Total fees of SIIB for 2 years. For us, the SIIB fees is 21 lakhs. The fees keeps on changing every year, so I would request you to have a look over SIIB website, where we have mentioned a detailed fee structure semester wise, and like we have 4 semesters, so there is a detailed fee structure. So I would request you to please visit that. Now I believe we have had enough questions, and we should go with the mock session. So we have curated a set of 20 questions for you, just to give you a better insights into what type of questions what type of questions are will be coming in SNAP, or what type of question level will be you are going to face into this actual SNAP exam. So we have a separate website, we have an online platform from which you will be appearing for the mocks. So I will be sharing the link of the website, and I would request Prab to please share the screen and explain the procedure on how to register on Crack It with SIIB's website. So I request Prab to please share the website, to share the screen and to please share the website for the same.
Definitely. Just give me a second. I'll do that. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Vineet, can you just confirm the same?
Yes, the screen is visible, Prab. Please explain the process in a detailed way to all the people so that they can register for it.
Definitely. I hope you guys can hear me. So you can see at the top right hand side, there is a prompt SNAP mock test. You just have to click on the same. Just a second. Okay. So there will be a window where you have to register, and you have to enter your name, your last name, your email ID, your phone numbers, and in the place of test center, you can enter. Vineet, can you just confirm this? Vineet, are you there?
Yes, Prab. It is visible.
In the place of test center, can we make them write YouTube, if that's okay?
Yes, your screen is visible, Prab. And also, I am posting a link in the chat box, in the live chat box. So
Okay.
I would request you all to please click on the link and follow the processes explained by Prabha.
Yes, guys. So you can see once you click on the SNAP mock test, this window will appear on your screen, and you have to write your first name, your last name, your
One
email
second,
IDs.
Prab. 1 second. I have posted the link of our website of Crack It with SIIB, through which you have to appear for the mock. So I would request you all to please copy this link in your web address and just go into that website and then follow the procedure as said by Prabha. So probably you can continue explaining the process to the students.
Okay, so I hope you guys have found the website, and just click on the SNAP mock test in the top right corner, and then you will land onto this. That is the SNAP mock test, SIIB mock test registration. You just have to fill in your first name, your last name, your email ID, your phone number, and in the place of test center, you can write YouTube and then register. So once you register yourself, you will receive the credentials, the login credentials on your emails. And then further, you can use those credentials to log into your mock test. It will be a 20 minutes mock test with no negative marking. So you can attempt all the questions. In case you are facing any trouble regarding the same, you can type in your queries in the chat box.
I have posted the link again in the chat box. So if anyone is not able to find the link, please type a message in the chat box that you're still not able to find. I will post it again. And if there is any problem regarding registration, regarding getting credentials, so you can feel free to ask. Yes, Anirudh, you can ask it out. Guys, this is the link of the website https crackit.siib.ac.in. You need to copy this link to your web address.
Guys, another information from my end. This website and the mock test will not be accessible through your mobile phones. So make sure you are logging into it using your laptops. Search the same on your laptop because this mock will not be available on your mobile phones.
All those who have registered, they can start immediately and they can start appearing for the test. Time duration for the test is 20 minutes. Once you are done with the test, click on the submit button. And once you have scored the highest in this particular test, we'll be announcing the winner. And we have kept a small prize for you all guys, for two of you guys who achieved the highest score in this particular mock. And I would like to thank uh, Mr. Patrick Sir for sharing the link. Yes, this is the link for Crack It with SIIB mock test channel. So you can click on this link, register yourself. Will get the login credentials over your mail ID, and then you can log in, appear for the mock.
In case any one of you is facing any kind of trouble, just write your query in the chat box. We will try to help you out.
So Neeraj, yes, you do get a rough paper in actual SNAP exam. There are a set of sheets which are distributed among all the students, and there is a set of rough paper to solve the question. Shrikant, so you can try registering it again using your email ID and your phone number. You will get a login credentials on your particular email ID. And if not, then I request you to check your spam and promotions folder because sometimes email gets redirected to your spam or promotions. Priyanka, it would be better if you can give this mock right now because we are evaluating and we'll be announcing the winners at this particular moment. So if you can give it right now, it is way better. But if not, then it's not a problem. You can appear for this thing. Guys, if there is any problem, please drop your doubts in the chat box. We will be happy to help you. And we expect everyone to appear for the mock because that is only for your practice and only for your, to get into real insights at how will be your actual snap is. Uh, so if it says email ID already exists, then I believe you must have registered earlier with this, like from this email ID. So what you can do is you can check the email ID and you can get the login credentials. You can check your email ID that you have used for registering. If you are not able to find login credentials on that particular email ID, then you can try for a new email ID to join, like to log in, and you can get the credentials on a new email ID and you can log in it again. It's showing expired when I click on go to exam. So I believe once log out, once log out from the portal and then log into it again, maybe there must be some technical or the server issue. How to log in? So you need to go onto the Crackit website. There we have a tab of registration for mock. There you have to register. There is a proper window in which you have to write your name, your email ID, your phone number, and then login credentials will be redirected to your email ID through which you have to log in and appear for the mock. In the college name, you can enter the present institution that you belong to, maybe the college, the coaching center you are taking coaching regarding this SNAP and competitive exams, or in whatever institution you belong to right now. So if you are into some XYZ coaching institute and taking classes from there, you can mention the name of that. If you have got mail regarding the login credentials, so go on to our website, click on the login tab, enter the username and the password that has been mentioned in the email and start appearing for the mock. The login credentials haven't been sent to the mail yet. Just wait for a while, check your spam folder and your promotions folder. If they're still not visible, then fill the registration page again. Guys, please check your spam and promotions folder if you have not received any email. And if you have if after checking, even if you are not getting the email, then I would request you to register again with some another email ID or the same email ID. Sometimes glitches happens, so multiple registrations are required. So I would request you to register one more time.
I hope you all have started giving your mocks now. And once you are done, please do write done or completed in the chat box so that we get to know how many of you have already attempted the mock. And then after a certain period of time, we'll declare the toppers.
Guys, I would request you to check your spam and promotions folder. And if you have still not received any email, I would suggest you to please register one more time. And if then you have not received any email, then I would suggest you to use any other email ID of your friend or of your family member, so that you can get the login credentials and start appearing for the mock. Sometimes these glitches happen, so just a way out, use email IDs of any family member or your any friend and just start appearing for the mock.
So guys, we can see that a lot of you are facing problems in registering for the mock and attempting the mock. We believe that there are some technical glitches for now. So this test would be available to you on our pages. We will upload. So you can actually go and attempt the test later on. We will keep you updated with that. So there are technical issues and we will try and resolve them as soon as possible. For now, we have a short video for you to see.
Yeah, just 1 minute, Ashi. So, guys, we will be posting our Telegram group link. Like, I will be posting Telegram group link in the chat box. You can join our Telegram group, and we will be conducting this same test tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We will be messaging in that particular Telegram group about the time and about all the sequence procedure that you need to follow for appearing in this test. So we are sending you the link in a while. Join our Telegram group and keep a regular check about the mock, about the sectional mocks, and there will be many papers which will be coming in the upcoming duration. So please join the Telegram group. The link I will be sharing in the chat box. And Ashi can continue.
So for now, we want you to see another video. It's a very short video that we have the students of SIIB we have made. And I mean, Prabhag, if you could just play the video for them. And after that, we would be winding up the session.
Sure, I'll just play the video. Guys, it was a technical glitch and we request you to please join the Telegram channel so that we can keep you updated about the same. Soon we will be having an all India mock test as well. So we will send updates regarding that as well. So yeah, I'll be showing you the video of our current batch and our senior batch. So that basically features how their experience has been at SIIB. So yeah, we hope you guys like it.
So we hope you guys liked the video. And Vineet has shared the link of the Telegram channel in the chat box. So make sure you guys join the Telegram channel, and we will keep sending you the updated, like everything about the SNAP exam and the college as well. So just a second, I think Vineet, are you facing some trouble in uploading the link in the chat box?
Yeah, actually, I'm sharing. Yeah, so much time. Thank you so much, Patrick. So, thank you so much. So, guys, the link is visible now. I would request you all to please join our Telegram channel through the particular link that is shared by Patrick. So, all the further updates regarding the sectional mock test, full-fledged mock test will be coming to our channel. So, I would request you all to join this, as this will be this will be very helpful for you, because to get you all your information at one place regarding admissions, regarding important tips and tricks, regarding questions, regarding mocks, we all will be posting there in Telegram channel itself. So would request you all to join us. So I believe now we have arrived at ending the session in a most beautiful and the most lovely way that we could. The Kasoor video, the experiences of our students, how we manages the assignments, how we manages the clubs, committees, is like a very roller coaster journey, like a very exciting and roller coaster journey that every MBA aspirant goes through or MBA student goes into. So we are really sorry about the glitch that happened during the mock session. So that was not about to be like happen, but it's okay. Sometimes several things like do not work properly. So we will be sharing the link in our Telegram group tomorrow or day after tomorrow at a particular with a with the own set, and you can appear for those mock through your own set of time, following the own set of time. And I would just suggest two things.
I think Vineet dropped off from the call. So we just wait for him to come back so that he can actually complete what he was saying. Till then, I would like to answer Neeraj Chavan. What is the age group at SIIB, and are there any freshers in the program? So there is no age, there's no age criteria as such. There are freshers in the program. There are, there is a 21-year-old and there's also 29-year-old. Yeah, Vineet, you dropped off from the call, so you can continue with what you were saying.
Yeah, actually some glitch happened, so I just dropped out of the call. Just give me a second. Yeah, is my voice audible?
Yes, Vineet, you can go ahead.
Sure. So with this, we are here to end the session on a beautiful note by sharing the video. And I was just saying that we are sorry that you guys are not able to appear in the mock today. I have shared the link, and also the Patrick sir has again shared the link of the Telegram channel. Just join that link. We will be posting about the updates. And I just wish you all the best for the upcoming admission process. Fill the SNAP forms on time, fill the college forms on time by following the deadlines. Appear for as many mocks as you want to, as you can, and just follow our own website, follow our Facebook pages, follow our Instagram pages, and also the channel, because we'll be conducting fresh mocks, sectional mocks this year, and there will be the n number of mocks. Those can be really helpful. For any help or for any query, you can post on our Telegram channel. We'll be happy to help you, and would like to thank Patrick sir and Coin Academy for this wonderful opportunity to interact with you all with such a lovely audience. And with this, we would like to end this session, wishing you guys all the very best and just prepare hard, prepare in your best way in whatever you could, and just hoping whatever is like whatever comes to you, it must be in your own way. Ashi, do you have any message for the end?
Yeah, I would just like to say all the best for your exams and do well. And if you have any queries, you can reach out to us anytime. We would be more than happy to help you. And with that, and thank you so much, Patrick sir and Coin Academy, to allowing us to actually interact with your students. With that, we would like to take your leave. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. And I hope to see you next year at SIIB. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being a lovely audience. All the best.